the Chiefs sneak by the Vikings 27-20 amongst more missed calls from the refs and Justin Jefferson leaving the football game. Thankfully, Travis Kelce avoided major injury in this game. He did lead the team with 10 catches. They literally said off the x-ray table into the end zone for Travis Kelce, double-digit catch day. Patrick Mahomes had a gorgeous throw to Justin Ross, I thought, in the first quarter of this game, but he did get away with a couple of more 50-50 throws, just like in the game last week against the Jags. And we're starting to see a little early on in the season sometimes for Mahomes trying to trust the arm a little too much, maybe not seeing defenses as well as he should or maybe as well as he could. And that's all fine and dandy. He's got some things to work out. But when you see Patrick Mahomes playing these close games to a Vikings, which they should have beat easily, to a Jets, which I'm not going to say they should have beat easily because we know the defense that the Jets presents. And if Zach Wilson can just play Jimmy Garoppolo style of football, they could be a pretty good football team. But that is the X factor is, of course, Zach Wilson. That's why they want to bring in Aaron Rodgers. But Patrick Mahomes has to start reeling in these mechanics and these 50-50 throws because I think it's going to come back and bite them in later games in the year, especially when they don't need it to. And Kansas City wasn't very disciplined in this football game. 10 penalties, but they were also better on third down. They were 3 for 3, perfect in the red zone in this game. Patrick Mahomes, again, spreading the ball out because outside of Kelce, that's what he's got to do. 10 different targets, and he really did his job when it mattered most. 12 for 18 on pass attempts between third down conversions and red zone trips combined. So he was absolute cash money, 66% completion on third down and money downs in the red zone to score. 10 different targets in multiple games this year. I want to say 3 of his 5 games, he's hitting 8 plus targets in terms of different people that he's throwing the football to. So you have to appreciate what Kansas City is doing and doing so far with kind of, the I wouldn't say the minimal talent, but less than what we're accustomed to see them having. And they're still able to win football games, the way that they are. Travis Kelce, again, 10 catches. Glad he's able to avoid major injury. And overall, the Chiefs are really able to sneak away with this. But when you look at the Vikings side of the football, Justin Jefferson leaving with the hamstring, possibly going to IR. He finished the day 3 catches for 24 yards. I really think the Vikings had a chance to win this football game. You see it really go down to the wire all the way to Kirk Cousins taking the game-losing sack. People might be pissed about that. Sometimes he throws short of the stick. Sometimes he's going to take the sack to lose the game. That's just what Kirk Cousins can give you. But Justin Jefferson, to IR with the hammy, finishing with 3 catches for 24 yards. If he plays more in this football game, very good chance that the Vikings win. Very, very good chance that the Vikings win. Because, again, they took it down to the wire. But the Vikings are now 0-4 in one-score football games. And they start the game literally the first play of regulation with a fumble. Credit to Josh Oliver making some moves and getting out there in space, but you got to hold on to the football. And this is a continuing theme for the Minnesota Vikings. Kevin O'Connell got beginner's luck last year, winning all those one-score games. They're now 0-4 in one-score games, and their record 100% reflects it. I did like the couple of aggressions in this game. 4th and 5 call in the first quarter. You got another nice 4th and 6 in the fourth quarter. You got to love the fake punt call to convert. Plenty of first downs in this game. You can't hate on Kevin O'Connell for that. The creativity, the way he trusts his players, the schemes that he draws up, and it paid off for them as they convert these third downs in this game. Jordan Addison is emerging. He's starting to get some playing time. That was my best receiver coming into the draft. I said it is downright unfair that Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison are going to be lining up on opposite ends of the fields of each other for the Minnesota Vikings. Are you kidding me? Kirk Cousins could have a record year. And we see Jordan Addison step up as Jettas goes out. That's great to know that Addison's got that, not that characteristic, that he's got the capability to step in as a wide receiver 1, which I knew he could coming in. I had him over JSN, and the eye test didn't lie to me. Him being able to prove that in this game, he's going to get his paydays later on. He's going to get bumped up in this offense if he stays a Viking for life. We hear about the Vikings possibly blowing it up. Don't know if that's really a thing, but we got a lot of teams out there at the trade deadline on Halloween that are going to need some, obviously some players. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense, they really fought till the very end in this game, though. I mean, they were driving down the field, making play after play. Felt like they were answering at certain points in this game, right back with the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. But the better team, the better quarterback, and the better head coach was able to really pull it out. And, the fact that they put themselves in a hole real early in this game, literally fumbling the ball on their first play from scrimmage, But when you fail to convert early red zone trips into touchdowns against the reigning Super Bowl champs and that Steve Spagnuolo defense, and you don't have any type of a rush game to control the clock, another non-existent ground game here from Minnesota, it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. Now, we did see some controversial calls, kinda, in this game. The late PI call from when Kirk Cousins heaved it up, I couldn't get a good enough look on that to really tell if it was PI or not. They end up, they don't throw the call, which pissed off a lot of Vikings fans. Of course, that could have put them at the goal line. But nonetheless, the Vikings didn't do enough in this football game to actually win. And they're now 0-4 in one-score games with a good bit of talent sitting on that roster. I'm not saying that they should start hauling it out for the trade deadline, but I will say that they're going to have some calls as the trade deadline comes up. No question about it.